Hey everyone, I feel like the angles just keep getting weirder and weirder in my videos because I cannot seem to find decent lighting in my room, even though there's sun streaming through the window right now, and then I've got a window in front of me behind the camera. I don't know, guys. I don't know, but this is what we're gonna have to work with. I'm probably gonna be lighting this up by leaps and bounds in post edit, so yeah, we're just gonna have to work with this. I just have to fix my hair there if it looks different to you. But anyway, I've been really getting into face masks over the last few months, especially since it's winter time right now. My skin gets really dry, so I love rehydrating it or detoxifying it depending on the needs of my skin. Most of the time it is hydrating it though. So I've tested out quite a few masks over the last few months, and I'm going to share some masks with you. I have 4 I think that I really like, and then 3 that I kind of feel iffy about. I'm going to go from least favorite to favorite, and I think there's 7 masks altogether. Alright, this is number 7. This is the Aztec Secret Indian Healing Clay, and you probably know all about it. It has been talked about to the death by YouTubers and bloggers alike. It is an affordable tub of 100% natural calcium bentonite clay. I think this was like 10 bucks on Amazon or Vitacost, and basically what you get is a plastic tub of bentonite clay, which they recommend mixing with either water or apple cider vinegar, and it's supposed to like pulsate and draw out all the toxins in your skin. I don't doubt that it does those things, but it's just like it's really not impressive. The results, I mean, it's all natural, so you can say that much about it, but I don't feel like it does anything for my skin that something easier to use, something maybe cheaper would be able to do. And it is a pretty messy mask to deal with. I just don't really see that many results. It makes my skin kind of red afterwards, so I know it's doing something. I think it's more the apple cider vinegar that's giving it the effect than anything else. And another thing that's kind of annoying about this clay mask is that, or this clay, is that you're supposed to handle it with non-metal utensils. So I always have to mix it with like a plastic spoon or something like that. I just feel like it definitely does not live up to the hype of YouTube and the blogging world. I guess my hopes were like this high and they were only meant like this much. I had bought, I believe, bentonite clay through Camden Gray a couple years ago. I think I did a couple videos on that, and I felt like that was just as good, or if not better, than this Aztec Secret brand. So I just think this is overhyped. It's messy. It's not expensive by any means, but you can get better for the same price with less mess. And then we have this little jar here. I did a video, like a mini review video on Live Organics Be Yummy skincare line. You can order a trial kit through the website for about $6, and this is one of the products in the Be Yummy line that I was sent. This is the honey mask. It's basically got the consistency of honey, and you spread it on your face, and you can leave it on for about 15 minutes and wash it off, or you can leave it on overnight, which is what they actually recommend. I think Poppy Delavine, or one of those socialite sisters, I don't remember which one, it wasn't Cara, said that this was like the most amazing product in the line. I have to disagree. I don't really notice any difference when I use this, and then it's a sticky mess to put on. It is almost literally like spreading honey on your face and then sleeping with it on. They even encourage you to eat this or try it out, taste it before you put it on, and I did. It tasted a little bit like mushrooms because there is kombucha mushroom in this, yes. And I think it's supposed, I mean, mushrooms are supposed to be really good for you, so I don't doubt that it has great properties to it. Of course, this is a very small size, and I've used it maybe like 5 times. I just haven't seen any difference. My skin didn't feel more hydrated. In fact, it just felt like it was being pulled on because the honey was so tacky. I'm sure for someone out there, this would be a very good mask. This mask really isn't cheap either. For half an ounce, it's $24. So yeah, you gotta take that into consideration as well. The upside is it's completely organic, I guess, or natural at least, and honey is a really good ingredient in any kind of skincare. It's a humectant, it's an antibacterial, it's healing. I just don't really see the difference between spreading raw honey on my face and spreading this on my face. Another mask we have here is the Origins Drink Up Intensive Overnight Mask to quench skin's thirst. Origins has like 4 different masks that they sell in tubes as well as these pods. I didn't want to shell out like $17 or whatever it was for the 1 ounce, so I wanted to try this pod out. This was $4 for 0.34 ounces, and it's definitely multi-use. I've used it twice already, and you can't even tell that I've really made a dent. They have 2 versions of this Drink Up mask. They have a regular Drink Up one and then a Drink Up Intensive. I think only the Intensive is the overnight one. I read so many good things about this mask and how hydrating it was, yada yada yada. I didn't really find that to be the case. So let me pull off the ingredients list here. It's got water, rose flower water, myrtle leaf water, bitter orange flower water, chamomile flower extract, glycerin, alcohol, dimethicone, oils, etc. My main issue with this product is not even with the performance of it. It's with the dimethicone in it. Putting this on, it really doesn't feel any different from putting on a night cream. It's quite waxy, I think, because of the dimethicone, and it doesn't feel like hydrating at all. And it's a little bit more difficult to spread than some of the other masks that I'm going to be mentioning. For 1.7 ounces, this is $17. For 3.4 ounces, it's $26. So it's not a cheap mask. I definitely wouldn't repurchase this again, and I really just don't like the feel of it. It does, however, smell really nice. It's very citrusy smelling, herbal citrusy. It's a very nice smell. But look at that texture. It's kind of weird. I feel like I should be putting it in the refrigerator because it looks like food of some sort, like frosting. It's just a strange, it's not a souffle, it's not a gel, it's like a cream. It's, I don't know. If you've had good experiences with this, let me know, because I don't know what to think of it. I mean, it doesn't do a bad job. I can tell my face is being hydrated, I guess, but I just feel like there's no difference between this and a night cream. Next, we have the Fresh Rose Face Mask. This is actually the second time I've tried this product. I received a packet sample a while back, and then I got a bigger sample through some Sephora purchase. I don't remember. 3.4 ounce jar of this usually retails for $62, so it's quite pricey. But that's a lot bigger than most face masks, I have to say. This is nice. It's like a glycerin kind of product. Okay, so this has water in it, glycerin, castor oil, more water, cucumber extract, rose water, camellia leaf extract, a bunch of oils, sodium hyaluronate, which is hyaluronic acid. Okay, so I mean, it claims to be hydrating and good for toning, I guess, to brighten your skin. Obviously, I have a sample size. I haven't seen any of those claims on my own skin. It feels very nice. I think most of all, I like the scent. It smells very luxurious because it's rose scented. It reminds me of like Turkish Delight or something like that. But for the price, I just don't know that this is worth it. I think it did make my skin feel a little bit firmer, and I think for someone with dry skin, you would need something more than this to hydrate overnight. But if you have normal or, combo oily skin, this is probably a really good mask for you for soothing, hydrating, and toning. But for normal dry skin, this might not be enough. And I did find that it seemed a bit firming though, but I think most glycerin-based masks have that kind of effect. So I like this, but I would never pay $62 for it. That leads me to the Sephora pods. This is the glycerin mask that I was referring to. I got this ginseng one in a Sephora sample kit. I've used this now like 6 times and I still have at least 1 more application left. People complain a lot about how these are not closable, but I just use these little binder clips because, I mean, that's the best I can do. Really liking this ginseng one. It's supposed to provide a tightening effect, tone skin, and make your skin look supple, fresh, and energized. I don't know about energized or supple. Did feel the tightening effect. Toning, I don't know. I don't know. It says for more defined facial contours. That's really, really weird. Like, are my cheekbones gonna be more defined after using this? The ginseng one does have a ginseng kind of fragrance, so it's not for everyone. It's very, like, medicinal, but I leave this on overnight. It is a night mask or a sleeping mask. Leave it on, and then I don't wash it off in the morning because I have dry skin. I just put my moisturizer over the top, and I haven't had any issues. I liked it enough, and I got a pearl one in my Sephora Beauty Sleep Kit. I haven't used that one yet. I'm going to be giving that one away, actually. But I went ahead and kind of broke my no-buy, but I know I'll be done with these by the end of the year. Got a pomegranate one and a lotus sleeping mask. I'm going to be doing some traveling coming up. I'm going to talk to you about that, but in another video. I bought the pomegranate. The pomegranate one, it's supposed to reduce the signs of fatigue, awaken and tone the skin, and give your skin a more plump, energetic, and radiant look. So this one I will be using on the plane when I travel. I'm going to be bringing that along. And then this one is the Lotus Sleeping Mask. These both got really good reviews online, so that's why I bought them. This Lotus one locks in water to ensure long-lasting moisturization, reduces the signs of fatigue and strain, and gives you fresh, rested, and plumper skin. I will be using that also one of my trips. These retail for $4 each, and they are 0.27 ounces, which means that they're actually more expensive than this Origins one, but when it comes down to it, these perform better in my opinion. At least they make me feel like I'm getting more hydration in my skin. I think it has all to do with the glycerin that's in all of these, and they all contain sodium hyaluronate, which is excellent. If you don't know about hyaluronic acid, it really just helps your skin absorb water at a much higher rate. I did a video on the volume filler line from L'Oreal RevitaLift, and I talked all about the science behind sodium hyaluronate or hyaluronic acid, so I'll link that video to this one. But yeah, I am a huge fan of these pods. They are handy. They come in this packaging, and then if you don't know about this, because I'm sure you do already, and then you just pop the pod out, and voila, different. Oh, I've never actually popped that out. I didn't know it was pink. That's pretty cute. So you can easily bring this with you on a trip, on an airplane. Maybe this one will be red. Kind of cool. And some of them are more creamy colored. They're like opaque, so I don't know if, I think the rose one is like that. But I did not buy the rose one because that one contained like dimethicone or something. So, that's red. I didn't know that. Wow, you learn something new every day. 2 more masks. Okay, the next one is another Sephora one. It's the Creamy Night Mask, Moisturizing and Plumping with Hyaluronic Acid. This year I am all about hyaluronic acid. One of my main New Year's resolutions this year was to drink 8 glasses of water a day. I have not been doing that. I kind of wanted to do that because I wanted my skin to look more refreshed and less dry. So when looking into like drinking more water, I also read a lot about hyaluronic acid and other products I could be using to help plump up my skin. So I've been on a hyaluronic acid kind of spree, and this was one of the things. This was on clearance. I think it's still on clearance on the Sephora website. 2 ounces for $10 on sale. It's usually $19. And I was like, what is the difference really between this and something like this? Because I actually compared the ingredients, and they are a little bit different. The ingredients are not on this. Why am I looking at it? It's got a million languages on it. Okay, water, glycerin. I mean, it's just basically, it doesn't have a lot of the other extracts. It is almost like a basic hyaluronic acid mask. And the texture is quite different. It is also a gel, but it's a lot more like a lotion gel. It's a lot less thick and easier to spread. And, you know, like I said, I got like 5-6 uses out of this pod. I think this will go faster because it's a lot thinner. This is very, very, very reminiscent of the L'Oreal RevitaLift Volume Filler. I think all of the products. None of those were masks. There was like an eye gel, a night cream, and a day cream. They all had the same texture. It was like a light gel, and it has a very similar scent, if not the same scent. It's really, really highly fragrant, so if you're not into that, do not even bother checking this one out. It reminds me of the Ralph by Ralph Lauren fragrance. It's very floral, fresh, but I really like this product. I don't really know that there's that much of a difference in how I feel about these 2 different products, but this one is definitely cheaper. I do think it's a little too overly fragranced, but I did really like the way my skin felt. But I think the thing about hyaluronic acid is that it helps draw in more moisture from other sources. It doesn't generate moisture, because that would be weird. So in that sense, I think that it would be more beneficial to put something over this mask. I haven't tried that yet, but I think it's pretty good. It hasn't performed any miracles in the few times that I've used it, but I like it. And now for my #1 mask. This has definitely been pretty hyped up on YouTube. It is the L'Oreal Pure Clay Detox and Brighten mask that people have been comparing to Glam Glow. I've never used the main Glam Glow mask that people rave about, like Super Mud or Super Glow or whatever, but I really love this product. It definitely, I use it on spots and occasionally when I feel like my face is a little bit oily or it's gunky or I've been eating really badly. And you put it on over your face for 10 to 15 minutes and then it dries out and you can see the areas where supposedly there's extra oil because it'll be darker than the rest of the clay, like the dry clay. And you wash it off. And I've definitely noticed that it pulls out things, impurities from under the skin, like whiteheads, blackheads, and any pimples or emerging pimples I put this on, they've shrunken down immediately. So I know this works. I know it is a detoxing clay. It is not the most sanitary packaging. It's a pot with a really annoying lid that you pull off. I guess I could throw it out, but and then oh gosh, you can't see, but it's just a dark charcoal colored clay. It's not like chunky or it's hard to spread at all, and it smells so good. If they could bottle this up, L'Oreal, into a perfume, I would buy it. It smells like watery blooms, but like sweet. I really can't describe the scent. It's just so good. It's like it's definitely like if I were to name this scent, it would be something water, like something blossom water, lotus blossom water, coconut blossom water. I don't know, but it smells so good. And every time I'm done with it and I wash it off, I wipe it off with my towel, days later I'm like, what is that smell? It smells so good. It's this. It's not drying. I mean, it kind of feels drying when it's dry and you can't move your face, but when you wash it off, your face does not feel like a lot of clay masks leave your face. It doesn't feel that way. I freaking love this product. This retails for $12.99 for, what is this, 1.7 ounces. I picked it up for like $8 on a sale at Rite Aid. Highly recommend checking this out. They have 2 other ones in the line. There's like a reddish pink one and a light blue one, but this is the one that's gotten the most hype. I think because it's like the most similar to the Glam Glow one. And I don't think it has anything particularly concerning in the ingredients. So okay, so those are all of my masks that I've tried and loved and hated. If you have tried any of these or other ones, let me know what you thought of them down below. Otherwise, thanks as always for watching and for dealing with my weird angles and commentary. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave me any suggestions or comments down below, and I will see you next time.